Hello everyone. This is a video on how to complete the note assignment from today on bloodshed events. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into classwork, and you're going to want to click on in week 16, which is the week that we did this assignment, January 4th through the 8th. You're going to go ahead and want to click on the bloodshed note page. That way you can follow along as we go through this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the slides here, and we will go ahead and start to fill in our note page with the correct information. So one of the first things that you're going to need to know, so the slides are on this side and the notes are here on this side, so you're going to want to be copying down what's in red. So bloodshed is an injury that results in the loss of blood. So bloodshed is a compound word. That means that they put the word blood and they put the word shed together to make this word, and this means that blood that is lost or shed from the body. In a crime scene where bodily injury has occurred is likely to have some amount of blood stain present. So anytime there's some sort of bodily injury, the skin is very thin and can cause bleeding pretty easily. But the volume and the pattern of blood stains depends on the following three things. It depends on the circumstances of the crime, what happened, the type of injury that occurred, the weapon used, and the force used. So all those three things there, the what happened, the weapon used, and the force are all going to determine how much blood and the pattern of blood left at the crime scene. So let's go ahead and move into our types of bloodshed events. First, we have sharp force injuries, which are also called stab wounds. These are caused by injuries with a small surface area. So we think of the weapons to be things like an ice pick, a knife, or a screwdriver. And then how they, what's unique about them is, it results in less blood on the weapon and smaller, more linear patterns of line stains. Okay, so here on our note page, we're in this table. We're going to have sharp force injury, small surface area, ice pick, knife, screwdriver, weapon, smaller, linear. Okay, so now let's move on to blunt force injury, which is normally we think of that as hitting or beating. Okay, that's number 2. These injuries are caused by an object with a large surface area, so normally flat and solid objects are what cause blunt force injuries. So we have things like baseball bats, sledgehammers, and hands. And what's unique about this is that the large area will collect more blood and drops of blood will be from various sizes. So we can think of the difference between the two. Sharp force, the impact, automatically causes blood, whereas the blunt force, it might take a few strikes to cause some blood to happen. Okay, so then the last one, as you just saw, is gunshot injuries caused by bullets entering and exiting the body. The weapon used is guns. And these produce a mist-like splatter from blood projecting horizontally through the air. And so now we're going to just go through a few of the unique blood stains. So this will be in this table down on the second page. Okay, so the very first one is called a cast-off stain, and that results when an object swung with blood on it flings blood onto nearby surfaces. And so we can tell the direction of impact and how many blows were delivered. Okay, there's a photo of that. Arterial stains are spurts of blood released when a major artery is severed or cut. And due to the force of the pumping heart, an arching pattern consisting of large individual stains forms. Always going to be these arches for arterial spurts. Next, we have expirated spatter stains, which you can see here as we move down, which is caused by the mixing of blood and air in the lungs due to internal injury that is expelled through the blood, through the body, through the nose or mouth. So basically, blood gets in your lungs and it comes out your nose and your mouth because of some sort of internal injury. So these stains form a very fine mist that is filled with small air bubbles. Okay, you can see the bubbles here in that photo. And then lastly, we will just talk briefly again about gunshot wounds. So this includes the blood that goes both forward spatter from the exit wound and back spatter from the entrance wound. Here's the difference between the bullet entrance wound and the bullet exit wound. You can see this one's nice and clean. This one has ripped the skin. So from the bloodstain of a gunshot, we can tell the caliber of the gun, where the impact occurred, if the bullet exited the body, and the distance one shot. Okay, so these are your notes for today.